Brought to you by Aberfoyle Coaches, providing luxury coach hire and minibus hire across Scotland, UK and Europe.
Ondeo Industrial Solutions, protecting the environment and managing utilities for Scotland's industry.
With that as an opening shot, there's only one place we can be. Yep, we're at Bridgehaugh for the Premier 1 match between Stirling and Melrose. Melrose know that if other results go their way today, they could end up top of the table. And as for Stirling, this is a must-win. They hope that Howick are going to lose, and that way they will stay in the top 8, because today is the last of the 11 games before Premier 1 splits into top 8 and bottom 4. So there's a lot at stake for both sides this afternoon, and in the opening minutes, Stirling giving the ball a bit of air, far too much air in fact, straight to Scott White on the 10-metre line. Nobody in front of the Melrose skipper, and that's a gift of a try with only 1 minute gone. That was the last thing Stirling wanted. But Melrose, oh, they got their tails up after that one. David McCall causing a wee bit of panic in the Stirling defence. And now the Melrose forwards queuing up for this one. Graham Dodds, Gary Elder, up towards the line, inside the 22. And oh, the Stirling defence not making the tackles. Quick ball there for Melrose. Now inches from the line. Stirling now getting the defence together, but is it too late? Because they're really under pressure here. And Wayne Mitchell sniffing about for that one, close to the line, and the hooker scrambles over. Try number 2 after 18 minutes. And that is the last start that Stirling wanted. 10 points behind and not out of the first quarter. 26 minutes gone. Penalty to Stirling. Scrummage offence in the front row there. Opportunity for Brian Archibald. Perfect day for the kickers, and a perfect kick to get Stirling on the board. That got their tails up. Sean Kennedy, Alex Moffat up towards the 22. A lot of support there for the quick ball. Kennedy out to Stuart Edwards. Edwards to Gilliland, and Gilliland sniffing for a wee gap there, and he's through. Oh, lovely score, it looks like, but referee Andy Healy having a word with touch judge Lloyd Linton. Now, what has the touch judge spotted? Knock on as a try was being scored. Scrum 5 to Stirling. Oh dear. No luck this afternoon. Up towards half-time. Stirling turning the screw now. A lot of pressure on the line. Looking for the big men and looking for the big men in numbers. But going in 1s and 2s makes it simple for the Melrose defence to pick them off. Kennedy telling his forwards where he wants them to be. And still edging up towards the line, but not quite getting over. Melrose defence pretty well organised. Stirling having to be patient, having to keep their discipline, having to hold on to the ball is the most important thing. Kennedy again directing operations from the base of the ruck there, popping it up, and that was Grant Gilchrist. Oh, he must have been so close with that one. Gary Mountford, oh, he'd get knocked back as well. And Andy Healy spotting an offence, held up, and the scrum. But Stirling keeping the pressure on, still in the red zone. The driving maul starting to work, taking them closer and closer to the Melrose line. Little exchange of views there. Nobody paying any attention to it. They're more interested in where the ball is. And if they can get over the line with half-time approaching, Still the Melrose defence, keeping the Stirling pack at bay. This time it's Alex Moffat. Knocked back there by Fraser Brown. But the Melrose hooker coming in from the side. Penalty Stirling, thanks very much to Brian Archibald. And that penalty reducing the margin to 4 points right on half-time. All Stirling had to do was make this ball safe, but what they did was get into the most unbelievable guddle. And, Stuart Edwards trying to clear it. Ball dropping there for Ross Miller, and Miller through for the touchdown right on half-time. What a disastrous catalogue of errors for Stirling. And that ball coming back to Stuart Edwards. Graham Dodds getting a wee touch on him as he tried to get the kick away. And playing a wee bit of football, Ross Miller, and following it up for the try. And Scott White's conversion to take the half-time score to Stirling 6, Melrose 17. And Eddie Pollock will be getting into his Stirling side at half-time after that.
Brought to you by Aberfoyle Coaches, providing luxury coach hire and minibus hire across Scotland, UK and Europe.
Scrum Magazine. Subscribe online at scrummagazine.com.
Ondeo Industrial Solutions, protecting the environment and managing utilities for Scotland's industry.
Into the second half, and was Eddie Pollock's team talk going to do any good? Well, Stirling certainly started with a bang. Benji Bersanti busting up there. Lovely ball up to Dave Denton. Denton only a couple of metres from the line. Back again for Stuart Edwards. Grant Gilchrist, the man, stopped only a metre or two from the line. Edwards again. This time out to Ben Addison. Addison. He's got McGowan outside him, Robbie McGowan, out to Graham Lindsay, and finally Stirling get the try. 10 minutes into the second half, Brian Archibald, and was he going to make it? Yep! Whoa! They don't come much closer, but it was over. And the margin back to only 4 points. Quick throw in by Melrose, and away went Craig Jackson, and oh dear. Some powder puff tackling there from Stirling. Grant Runciman on his elbow, and the simplest of run-ins from the 22. And, well, Stirling will look back and kick themselves for that one, because with White's kick, that brings the margin back to 11 points. Was that enough to shut the door on Stirling? Well, no, because 10 minutes later they kept that door ajar. Terrific line-out drive, and the man coming up with the ball was prop Mike MacDonald. Terrific execution of that move. And with Brian Archibald lining up not the easiest of kicks. Well, this one to keep Stirling in the game. He's got it. 4 points of a difference. 12 minutes to go. Was it enough time for Stirling? Oh, they tried. Dave Denton held up inches short. Everybody piling in. Mike MacDonald there again, looking for his second try. But, that fringe defence by Melrose, absolutely rock solid. But then this one to Benji Bersanti, and was the big fellow over? Oh, was it a try? No, knocked forward to Andrew Healy, and that was Stirling's last chance gone.
Well, I mean, we knew it was going to be hard to come up to Bridgehaugh. You know, the past couple of years when we've came up, we've always struggled, you know, with the bus journey and what you have. But I thought the boys stuck at it really well. Last 15 minutes, Stirling had us under a lot of pressure. They had the majority of the ball, but our defence held strong in the end, and we've managed to get 5 points out of it.
And that 5 points means Melrose top the table after 11 matches, and going into the split, Stirling find themselves in the relegation promotion playoffs. But I think they're good enough to be back in Premier 1 next season. This is Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Bridgehaugh.